Hey, hello everyone. We are looking at your entrance slips here. So we are in topic A, unit 2. Like we said, don't worry, we'll get back to unit 1, lessons 1 through 10. Now, again, if you haven't done the notes for lesson 2, we would want you to take care of that first, and then jump on into here. So if you have taken care of your notes, let's do this then. All right. So if you notice here, it said lessons 1 and 2. We're just kind of drawing a line as I click my draw button there. That separates the two lessons there. So let's get into this here. Convert 8 tenths into a fraction. So the beautiful thing about is when we switch a decimal into a fraction, all you have to do is say it. But you don't say 0.8. That's not how we say it. No, 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 no. We need to say the place value. So we are 1 digit to the right of the decimal. So that is the tenths position. So it's 8 tenths. So there it is. We've said it. 8 and then the tenths. So that's why it's 8 over the 10. That's it. Say it. That's all we've got to do. We do like to simplify. All right. So we can divide them both by 2. So our official winning answer there is 4/5. All right. The next one, convert 7 and 375 thousandths. Yes. So there it is. 7 and 375 thousandths. All right. I realize I'm not too happy about simplifying this one either. So we can still do it. All right. 25 people, 25. That's what I'm noticing here. So if I think about it, it takes 4 of them to get to 100. But I need to get 3 of them. So that's 4, 8, 12. All right. And then 3 more to get to 75. So that means I'm up to 15 of them. All right. And then to get to 1,000, again, it took 4 of them to get to 100, but I need to do that 10 times. So that's a 40. That's there. In fact, we can go even smaller there. We can divide both of those numbers by 5. Yes. So if I take 15 and divide it by 5, I get a 3. 40 divided by 5, that's an 8. And there we go. So it's 7 and 3/8. See, that wasn't that bad. Don't worry, we won't see a lot of them like that. But it's good to use 25s, and use that math that they push so much in elementary school. All right. All right. Okay, now we're converting a fraction to a decimal. And really what it comes down to it is it's a division symbol. All right, it's a 2 and 5/6. 5/6 means 5 divided by 6. So we divide. I'm going to hold off on the 2 here, and I'm just going to worry about the 6, the 5/6. So 5 divided by 6, that's why the 6 is on the outside. So this is going to your division that's there. How many groups of 6 can I take out of 5? None. Decimal point, add a 0, push the decimal up. How many groups of 6 can you take out of 50? And you should say 8. Yeah, so 6 times 8 is 48. Let's subtract, add a 0, bring it down. Hello, 20. And let's repeat the process. How many groups of 6 can I take out of 20? 3 of them. Yes. 3 times 6 is 18. Oh my goodness. Look who showed up again. The 2. So if I add another 0 and bring it down, it's a 20 again. It's going to be 3 more times. Okay, so let's clean this up now. All right. So I've got the point, the 8, and the 3. It is a repeating 3, but don't forget about that whole number there. So it's 2. All right, 2 and 83 hundredths with the 3 repeating. All right. Let's go over to question 5. 5/11ths. Okay, so again, it's a division problem. All right, so we're going to add that decimal because I can't take any groups of 11 out of 5. Add that 0, push that decimal up. All right, how many groups of 11 out of 55? And you say 4. Yeah, so 4 times 11 is 44. If I subtract, I get a 6. Add a 0, bring it down. How about out of 60? About 5. Yeah, because 11 times 5 is 55. All right, so there's a 5 when I bring the 0 down. All right, so it's 50. Okay, do you see it? Do you see it? Yeah, it's 4 times again, so that's a 44. And look, it's a 6, which means the 60 is going to show up again. Oh my goodness. So again, what's going on here is alternating between the 4 and the 5. So there we go. All right, so the repeating bar doesn't just go over the 3 like the previous problem. We're going 45, 40, or 4, 5, 4, 5. In other words, 45, 45, 45. So that's what repeats is the 4 and the 5. And let's do the last one here, 5/8. Again, to change it, we just do a division problem that's there. All right. Can't. So again, you notice I'll add the 0 in. 7 groups. No, 56. That's too big. 6 groups. Yeah. 6 times 8 is 48. Subtract. We get the 2 that's there. Add the 0. Bring it down. How many groups of 8 out of 20? Ooh, 2 of them. 2 of them. 8 times 2 is 16. There's the 4. Add a 0. Bring it down. Ooh, happy days. Because why? Yes, yes. We can take exactly 5 groups out of it. So I know it's messy that's there, so I'm going to rewrite crisp over here. All right, 625,000. So the main thing is if it is a decimal, like in question number 2 that's there, just say it. Just say it and simplify your fraction. If you're converting your fraction into a decimal, it's going to be a division problem. One last thing though is we didn't see any of these guys. It doesn't always have to be a division problem, as you saw in your notes. If we can get something nice, all right, and what I mean by that is something like, how about 2/5? If you can get it out of a placeholder, then it kind of works as well. Like I can get that out of tenths, times it by 2, times it, so that's 4/10. So then I can write it as a decimal that's there. Some people like doing that. They see that better. That's fine. Some people are like, come on, just give me one technique that works for all of them. Well, that one technique would always be doing a division problem. This is kind of the, it's not always going to work, all right, because you can't get 11 out of tens or hundreds or out of thousands. So that's why I'm forced to do the division problem there. So, but if you can, then yeah, you're all set to go. All right, we're done here. Jumping on that classwork, check those answers, and don't forget about your notes. Sorry, I've lost my ability to stop the program there. You can stop the video. Oh, here we are. There it is. Bye.